It was about 2 a.m. in the morning and I was on my way home from a friend's party. I live in Yigo, north of the island of Guam. I was getting pretty sleepy, and so I turned up the car stereo to keep me awake and sped up a little, exceeding speed limit posted by the road. I was getting close to home when I noticed this little girl all dressed up, standing by the side of the road. She was looking at me while I drove past her. I slowed down and was wondering what is a little girl like her doing out there at that time of the night. I was going to turn back for her when I felt someone close by was looking at me. I looked into my review mirror and I just freaked. There was that little girl with her face pressed against the back of my car's windshield. I thought I might be hallucinating, or perhaps it was the drinks I had at the party. I persuaded myself to look to the back again and I was relieved there was nothing on my rear windshield. Strangely enough, she was no longer on the roadside too. I pushed my rear view mirror upwards, for I didn't want to risk seeing things I didn't want to see again. However, I still had that peculiar feeling that I was not alone. I felt uneasy and I started to speed home, hoping no cops would pull me over for speeding and drunk driving. Soon, I had forgotten about the strange feeling. I was getting close to home and felt relieved nothing untoward had happened. Just as I was about to turn into the driveway, that strange feeling came back, only stronger this time. I looked at the passenger side and there it was. The same little girl, sitting there and smiling at me. I swerved the car and slammed the brakes in my shock. The car hit a tree on my front yard and I dashed out of the car screaming and yelling senselessly. I woke up my parents and the neighbors. Everyone came running wondering what had happened to me. My parents calmed me down and I told them my story. My dad reckoned I was simply drunk and I got a good lecture from him for waking the whole neighborhood up, embarrassing myself and ruining the car. Nonetheless, I was determined I did see a ghost that night and I wasn't so drunk to hallucinate such a thing. A couple of days later, I went to the exact spot where I saw the girl. I found a small cross there, hidden behind the weeds. Apparently it is where she was killed in an accident few years ago, along with her family. I am not sure, but I think she needed a ride home. I will never forget that night, and since then I always have someone with me when I drive home late at night.